Welcome to another Roll to Hit Club War Machine Battle Report. Today we have a battle between my Protectorate of Menoth against Brennan's Cryx. I have a Crusader, Repenter, Revenger, a Heirophant, and Kreoss. Cryx has 2 Deathrippers, a Slayer, the Cankerworm, and Asphyxious. That's our deployment on planet Improv, and turn 1 goes to Cryx. Brennan starts off by giving focus to each jack except the Cankerworm, and sits on 4. All of them run. Asphyxious casts Sighting Touch on the Slayer and then teleports. I start off by giving a focus to each warjack and 4 to Kreoss. Then I move up all of my jacks. The Heirophant casts Harmonious Exaltation on Kreoss and moves up behind the Crusader. Kreoss casts Lamentation and then casts Defender's Ward on the Repenter. Cryx turn 2. The focus are allocated to the Slayer and both Deathrippers. The Deathripper starts off by running to the tackle box. Cankerworm moves over as well. The Slayer runs in front of Asphyxious, then Asphyxious nudges himself over next to the Cankerworm. Finally, the second Deathripper runs itself around the tackle box. Menoth turn 2. I upkeep both Defender's Ward on the Repenter and Lamentation. I give 2 focus to the Repenter, 1 to the Crusader, and 2 to Kreoss, but I end up giving the Crusader's focus to Kreoss. The Crusader starts off by walking towards the Slayer, then the Repenter moves toward the Deathripper and starts to torch it, and he hits with a boosted attack. Boosting the damage roll, the Flamethrower does 6 damage to 5. The Deathripper is on fire. The Heirophant casts Harmonious Exaltation on Kreoss and moves behind the Crusader. I move the Revenger next to the Repenter. Then Kreoss moves and Arcnodes Cleansing Fire through the Revenger onto the flaming Deathripper. The attack misses, rolling a 4 for the direction and 3 for distance to scatter. Cleansing Fire completely misses. Cryx turn 3. Brennan starts off by saving his burning Deathripper with a 1. He doesn't allocate anything to any of his jacks. So, he starts off by walking his Deathripper past my Repenter and in front of Kreoss. For those of you who know Asphyxious, what do you think is going to happen? The Cankerworm moves behind the box, and now Asphyxious is going to bring the pain. Being really careful because I still have Lamentation up. Brennan moves him so he's just out of its range but can still Arcnode through the Deathripper. He casts Breath of Corruption and hits Kreoss with a 7. Boosts the damage and does 7 points to Kreoss. Casts it again, hits, and does another 4 damage. Then Asphyxious pops his feet and gets all of his focus back. And guess what? Spams more Breath of Corruption. This time he misses, but the Arcnode is so close that it doesn't scatter much. The blast ends up between us. With Breath of Corruption, it says that the models don't suffer blast damage, so we're assuming that it means that the models under it get the full brunt of the blast. Boosting the damage, Brennan does 7 damage and kills Kreoss by melting his insides. Thanks for watching. Once again, I lose to poor placement of my models. Kreoss was the only model to die in this battle, and it only took about 15 minutes to do it. We are slowly but steadily painting our armies. By next report, my Menoth should be done. And since we are paying thousands to put ourselves through a school of technology and design, we might as well use it and see how well it turns out. Stay tuned.